Shalom. Shalom. Well, we are Hebrew Israelites. We got the prophesy the downfall and destruction of America. In the Holy Scriptures, Babylon the Great. We're going to turn to the East, give all praise on the great worship.
Yahweh by Shem, Yahushai by Shem Kadash.
Yahweh, that's the true name of him. Father Yahweh, Yahweh means to be or exist. And by Shem, by Shem's name. Yahushai is the true and proper name of the world. Ignorantly, and it greatly called JC. All right? Yahushai, Yahushai means save or deliver. Right? And by Shem Kadash, the name Kodash Spirit, Kodash Holy, the Holy Spirit. It's good inspiration to prophesy the downfall, destruction, like I said, in this kingdom of America, which in the Holy Scriptures is Babylon the Great, because it said Babylon the Great is a mystery. Right? It's not a mystery, Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to go into the Scriptures, delve into prophecy, okay, to be able to, and you got that Holy Spirit first and foremost. The Holy Spirit first upon our elders, apostles, and millstone. We believe according to faith, okay, to bring out the 100% truth, okay, concerning the downfall of mystery Babylon the Great, because that would usher in the kingdom of heaven. Once Babylon falls, the kingdom of heaven will come. In Revelation 12. Revelation 12. And 9. I got 12. Revelation 12, 9.
This is Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
The great dragon is a descendant of Cain in the garden, of the serpent in the garden. See, because the serpent in the garden was not an actual snake. It was actually a man with the characteristics of a snake, of a serpent. Okay, it was actually a man. You go to the Hebrew word is nakash, which means a sorcerer or enchanter. Right? So this is actually a man who practiced in rebellion against the heavenly judge. Who practiced rebellion against the heavenly Father, and taught that rebellion to Eve, who brought it to her husband Adam, who didn't rebuke it, but rather conformed. You see, death was pre-existed, but before that, the Adamites was immortal, right? It was something before that, the Adamites was immortal. You see, like the last verses, it said that the Most High made man, I think about 20 years. It said, because it tells you in 2 Ezra 7 that the elder world brought forth immortal fruit. Okay, the elder world meaning the world before death being decreed. Okay, but we're coming to the end of this world where death was decreed. We're coming to the end of this world that's ruled by Esau, that's ruled by Mystery Babylon the Great. And we're coming into the kingdom of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Israelites, okay, under Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, okay?
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 22. As for the mysteries of the Heavenly Father.
Oh, look, the word mysteries. See, going into the mysteries, because the prophecies is a part of the mystery. The word prophecy, pro means before, and beside means to say, right? So the word prophecy means to say before. How can you say before except you see before, right? You have to be a visionary. You have to. That's why the scriptures say, where there's no vision, the people perish. Okay, because you need foresight, vision into the future in order to be prudent. Okay, and in order to prepare for danger that is to come.
It says, as for the mysteries of the Heavenly Father, they know them not.
Even about the wicked. When you read Wisdom of Solomon 2 chapters going into the mindset of the wicked. The mysteries of the Heavenly Father, they knew them not. They didn't understand that the Israelites were going to come back. They were going to look like all nations. Okay? There's no way that you can destroy Israel. There's no way that you can stop the kingdom from coming to Israel. They didn't understand these mysteries.
It says, neither hope they for the wages of righteousness, nor discern of a war for blameless souls. For the Most High.
Right, so meaning they didn't see a prophet and practicing in the ways of the scriptures. Tell you in Malachi 3 that they say, what prophet is it that we have served the Heavenly Father? See, so and that's the mindset of our people. They look at the scriptures as, first of all, they think it's the white man book. It's obviously not the white man book. You guys have to already. Okay, but they don't understand that it's possible to serve the Lord, because ultimately elect are going to be delivered from all the destruction and the wrath of the Heavenly Father that's coming. The Heavenly Father is bringing wrath, but with wrath, He also brings mercy.
That's what the scripture says in Hebrews 4th chapter about the never receiving another word mixed with faith. You know what I'm saying? Because it's improper. You know what I'm saying? So because ultimately the Lord is coming for the ones that ultimately are justified by faith and understanding. You know?
This was Solomon 2:23. For the Most High created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity.
That was the original plan, right? The original Adam was supposed to live forever. Why? Because he had the laws and commandments.
Well, it wasn't the original. It wasn't the will,
Yeah.
but it was set up that way. You know what I'm saying? When he was born, before he was deceived by the serpent. Like, if you're familiar with the serpent in the garden, right? So the serpent, right? He just said that. Did you hear him say that? Yeah, right. So preach. Okay.
That's right.
What's the name of the Lord?
The name of the Lord is strong and powerful.
Right. Yeah, it's a strong tower. The righteous one of it. I was asking, do you know the name of the Heavenly Father?
I'm sorry.
Do you know the name of the Heavenly Father?
The name, I'm a little short of hearing.
I was just asking, do you know the name of the Heavenly Father? Yahweh.
Oh, yeah.
Yahweh.
So y'all pronounce it Yahweh.
Yeah, the Hebrew. Right. The reason why we pronounce this way because there's no ooh sound, no ace, like Yahweh, like how you say Yahweh.
So we're pronouncing it wrong. I mean, we're pronouncing it wrong when we say it instead of saying Yahweh. I think it's broken up in two.
Yah meaning, what does Yah mean? Yah meaning he. Yahweh meaning to be, or he exists. He to be exists. See, okay. Right, so he is, right? That's what Yahweh means, right? Yahweh Shah is the name of only that son. Yah meaning he, Howard Shah meaning delivers or save. You understand? That's what the Matthew 1:21. That's what the angel, like Matthew 1:21 follow along. And that's what the angel told Mary. She said, you shall call his name Yahweh Shah, for he shall save his people from their sins. Right? Who is the Lord? I did that. Who's the Lord's people? Good.
Look at Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21.
Oh, brother. All right, brother.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shai, for he shall save his people from their sins. Right? You want to say that word Yahweh Shai, like the brother would just break it down the word the name Yahweh. You go to that name Yahweh Shai, Yah meaning he, and Yahweh Shai means deliver. So like you just read, it says he shall save his people from their sins. Right? Because the Lord is going to deliver his people and save them from their sins, including this fleshly body, which goes off. You know, we're going to be put in immortal bodies, and that's going to be the course of our Lord coming back to deliver his elect, starting with the elect.
You know, say what is sin? Because that's an important detail about who the Lord is with him. Translate First John 3:4. But sin, you got it.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 3, and verse 4. It says, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So who was the law given to? It was given to the Israelites. So by Negroes, like the simple that they're eating. The Lord is coming to deliver the elect from their sins, man. By the rest of 2/3, they perish here in America, Babylon, and great are born again in the king.
In our Lord's name, Yahweh Shai is in the scripture, man. Okay? If we translate it to modern day terms, the name would be Joshua. Okay? I think it was 7 years, definitely. Because Joshua's name was changed. His original name was Yahweh Shai, right? But Moses changed his name to Yahweh Shai because he was chosen to lead the Israelites into the Holy Land, just like Yahweh Shai is going to lead his elect into the Holy Land.
This is the book, Acts, chapter 7 and verse 44. Our fathers have the tabernacle with us in the wilderness, as he had appointed, even unto Moses, that they shall make it according to the fashion that he had seen, which also our fathers that came after brought in with verbatim Jesus into the possession of the Gentiles.
Let's talk about Joshua, right? You know, I'm sure if you read it in NLT, it's Joshua. You know, you read it in like another translation. One of the translations mentions Joshua. It explains one of the words they use, Jesus. You know, like you say, going back to the Hebrew, it's Yahweh Shai, right? And that name is an everlasting name. You know what I'm saying? There's no way to smother that name, suppress that name to the point where the elect can't get it. That's not in the scripture. That's not possible. Okay? Because the scriptures say that the elect will call on his name. Say, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. That's a basic scripture that everybody knows. But it go right over the head of these other Israelite groups. Mainly, we're talking about IYC, right? But they don't want to push no side with Jesus Christ. Okay?
Acts 7 and 45. Which also our fathers that came after brought in with Jesus into the possession of the Gentiles, whom God raised out before the face of our fathers unto the days of David.
This is same verse, Acts 7 and verse 45 in the NLT. It says, years later, when Joshua led our ancestors in battle against the nations that the Most High drove out of his land, the tabernacle was taken with them into the new territory.
And so clearly, it's using the word J, the J word in that verse. It's talking about Joshua, right? So now go to Joshua in the Hebrew. If you click on the word Jesus in the Greek, it's going to say of Hebrew origin. Click on the Hebrew origin, it's going to take you to the name Joshua. Which the way that the Blue Letter Bible spells it in primary definition is incorrect, but when you go down to the Strong's definition, they actually put the Hebrew characters in the right order and they spell it the right way. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai.
This is Strong's H3091. Yahweh Shai. Right.
Yahweh
Shai. Joshua 1 and 1.
And how we know the definition or the meaning of Yahweh Shai, going back to Matthew 1 and 21, like we read earlier. See, so this gospel is being preached to you Israelites, and only you Israelites get that's another false doctrine that's out here. You actually have Hebrew Israelites that's saying that the Gentiles, the heathen nations, can make it. When the scripture refers to the Gentiles, it's talking about the Israelite forces, the Israelites that was stripped from their heritage. Right?
I just Luke chapter Matthew chapter 15 and verse 24. It says, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So how can the other nations be saved if the Lord is only sent for the nation of Israel? And the lost sheep of the house of Israel at that point. You know, when you go to the Gentiles in throughout the scriptures, this means Israelite foreigners. You know, men that look like the heathen nations, but actually their forefathers go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. No other nation can take part. The scriptures say, what has thou to do with our covenant, man?
Well, even back when the times when Apostle Paul was on the scene, those Israelites, they actually even looked like Israelites, but they was keeping the customs, and they were so deeply delved into the ways of the Gentiles.
Right.
What was that? 1 Corinthians 11, 2 Corinthians 11. You were carried away. Carried away unto these dumb idols, even as you were led. And then in the plus, they get Ephesians 2.
This is 1 Corinthians 12 and verse 2. It says, you know that you were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols, even as you were led. You see, that word is a past adjective, man, describing something. So you were something in the past, man. But now what? Through the understanding of the scriptures, right? Now we've been brought back. Now we've been reconciled.
So it shows you that it's a mindset.
Yeah.
Pursuant to Romans 12 chapter. We conform not to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay, read that verse again. Because it said that how can you, if I was a Canaanite, you know what I'm saying? If I was an Elamite, how can I wake up the next day and be an Israelite? That's not what it's talking about. You can't switch your bloodline in the middle of your life. You see what I'm saying? You can't switch your lineage in the middle of your life, right? You say,
That's why Paul had referenced the grafting of the Gentiles as an olive tree. You know, you have to have an olive branch to graft back into an olive tree. You know,
it's called reconciliation. Meaning back, reconcile meaning to friendship, back to friendship, back to peace, get back to harmony. Okay, so you being reconciled, it means that you was once with this person, you was once together with this person, and now you do a reconciliation, okay, of your house side. Now we're being brought back. See?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2. It says, ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led.
So they were led and compelled. When you read 2 Maccabees, the 6th chapter, they were led and compelled by Antiochus, the fourth Epiphanes, and the conceding oppressors to leave the ways of their forefathers. Get that 1 Maccabees 1. He said they were compelled. They compelled them to leave the laws of their forefathers and conform to the strange laws. It's like First Maccabees, like no, it's funny down. It's like 40 something, 30 something.
That was the beginning of civilization. You know, where our people started to partake in the ways of the heathen.
Which heathen in particular? No, what's that?
Esau.
What were they called?
Greeks.
The Greeks. You see, this is why when you get to the New Testament, they say they're neither Jew nor Greek. But wait a minute, where's the gate when it says in Revelation 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, where's the gate for the Greeks? There's no gate for the Greeks. There's no gate for the Gentiles.
And it's funny that Paul had mentioned about the mystery of the Gentiles. You know, he's saying when you playing upon table, you have to be spiritually discerned in order for you to get this.
There was the mystery back then that the Gentiles could come in, even in their heathenistic ways, they could come in. It was a mystery. That was the main mystery back then. That was the mystery of who the Gentiles even are. You see, so as time went on, the mystery took on different forms.
I got a precept on
This is the book of First Maccabees 1:41. Over King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom.
It's talking about Antiochus the fourth of Epiphanes.
That all should be one people.
All should be one people. Hellenization bring all the people, no matter what your race, creed, color, bring you under Greek culture. Americanization is the same language.
And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agree according to the commandment of the king.
It happened again. It's known as the fornication of the great war. You know, give Revelation 18. Verse 18. And 2, I mean, what is that? Where it says, all the kings of earth, committed fornication.
Yeah.
That's why you got McDonald's in every land. That's why you got the English language is the international language of flight. That's why the U.S. dollar is the global reserve currency, right? Because this man, through his military might, his great iron teeth, he beating the nation into submission until the point where now everybody is become Americanized or Hellenized. See? So now those Gentile Israelites who have been raised up by the Americanized society, you know, the fornication of Babylon society, okay, those Israelites are coming out of that Gentile state of mind, they're in the end days and being delivered. It's the same story. See?
First Maccabees 1:43. Yeah, many also of the Israelites says, for the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
Right. Feminism. You know, he go to these Israelite countries and he tried to get them to basically he tried to turn their women out.
Right.
You know, why you got your women all covered up, why they can't go to school, why they can't get an education. You know, what he's talking about is assimilation.
Right.
His education assimilates you into his society. Right? It makes you a slave. It makes you a wage worker. You know, it makes you a low-level thinker. It keeps you away from the truth of the Most High. You see?
He likes to sow discord to what? Social media.
Right.
I just seen the other day that a Saudi Arabian royalty couple had ended up, you know, the wife had spoke out on social media. She pretty much trying to divorce her husband on social media, man. And she got that influence through what America Babylon the Great.
Right. That's the philosophy of America. So, first of all, your woman even having a social media account. That's a philosophy of America, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a philosophy of a simp. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody who don't have control over his woman. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the nerve to try to declare the divorce. You know what I'm saying? Over the fucking innocent.
Right.
Bitch, and I'm a fucking billionaire, bitch. Bitch, you gonna be missing. You gonna come up missing next month.
It also said profane in the Sabbath. You know, just like I heard that a couple like some years ago, you know, Esau used to have a portion of people, you know, but then he started like you couldn't go to supermarkets. Yeah, you couldn't go to supermarkets. Something like
Everything was closed on Sunday.
right. Yeah.
Only certain television programs were shown on TV.
Yeah.
You know, but now it's like it's a free show.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a free for all. And that's what Babylon, Mystery Babylon the Great will culminate to. Matter of fact, you read that Revelation 18.
This is Revelation 18 and verse 2. It says, well, I'm gonna get to the point. Verse 3, it says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's what Esau has done, man. He has the earth has been given into his hand, man.
Right.
So what? With that power, he's able to force the scripture says in Habakkuk about woe to him that maketh his neighbor put up his bottom to the mouth, man.
Right.
We're being force fed these damn philosophies,
Right.
like your Kwame said. You know, these things have been we've been the education system. The Apostle Gabar goes into the word educate means to draw out.
Right.
You know, so what does Esau do? He has us going through these what's it called when you learning philosophy? Yeah, these indoctrination camps. But they call it school system, so we can be a good slave, so we can be meek and docile and let people walk over us, man. This is all what Esau is trying to draw out of us in our adult stage, man.
And when you go into that word fornication, it goes to that word porneo, which is spiritual adultery, man. That's why the scriptures say, learn not the way of the heathen, man. You know, because that's basically he said, hey, let's just get together and we're gonna do this one thing. But really, he said, everybody, let's get together and turn from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. Turn the nation of Israel from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
Well, I was about to say that's always been his doctrine. Let's all come together and do this. He did that with the Greeks. He did it now. That's always Esau. Let's all just be one.
Right.
That's always his go-to.
That's what it is right now, man. Okay, that's why the apostle said it's either Jew or Greek. Because why? Because the Israelites were Hellenized by the Greeks, man. Mm-hmm. If you want to say the modern terms, it would be this either Jew nor American, because you niggas think you Americans, man. You know.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verse 8. There's neither Hebrew, Israelite, nor American. It says, "When the Most High divided the nations their inheritance, when He separated the sons of Adam." See, because that's one of the foundations of the Heavenly Father. The fact that the nations ought to be divided. The nations have their own portions. Right. And so what Satan does through his physical counterpart Esau Edom is, you know, he wants to bring everybody together. And then, you know, in the carnal sense, you look at it like, oh yeah, so that'd be a good idea. But then if you actually have wisdom, if you actually have understanding of the creation and the Heavenly Father, you understand that was not in the blueprint of how the humanity should be run. It wasn't supposed to be a free fall. Everybody worship every god, you know, everybody marry anybody, you know,
because the Israelite woman, she can't marry who she wants. She has to marry an Israelite man. Okay, but the Israelite man, he can marry any nation. Okay, and that's the breakdown on that. Okay, you guys with your interracial marriage, you know, man, they be going crazy on the highways and byways. You know, hey, sister, you can't do that, man. You can't do that, man. You can't, because that's adultery. Paul Star just mentioned that. He's like, even if you see an Edomite with an Israelite woman, you can't take his woman. That's still adultery, man. You can't. You can't tell an Edomite with an Israelite woman, hey, sister, you need to leave that man, sister. You know, that shit is off. You gonna get yourself hurt.
It says, when the Most High divided the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
Right, so it started with the children of Israel, man. Right. You know, the Lord, the scripture says that he didn't send his love, his affection upon us to a more number, man. You know, but we were the chosen lineage. And the Lord told Pharaoh that, man. He said, let Israel's my son, even my firstborn, man. You know, so this is why we have the love of Yahweh Shah. And this is why the ultimate love of Yahweh Shah ultimately is going to allow all of Israel to be saved, man, at the end of the day. You know? You got that?
No, you know, there's no such place as place where you burn forever.
Right.
You know, you got out there that teach that, you know, 2/3 are going to burn forever. How do you explain the Lord? 2/3 are going to burn forever. How do you explain with that? Romans 11, all Israel shall be saved.
I'll just put a grab.
You go through it. See, the whole nation is going to be delivered.
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 26. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written.
I thought that some Israelites going to hell. You know what happened? Some Israelites going to hell. Doesn't that contradict the scripture?
There shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. For this is my covenant unto them, when I shall take away their sins.
All Israel is going to be saved. That means that every Israelite spirit on the earth right now is going to be in the kingdom at some point in time. When I shall take away their sins. Going back to Matthew 1:21, they said that links up with Acts 5:29. It said that the Most High raised up Yahushua, who he slew and hanged on a tree. Him have the Heavenly Father exalted to be a prince and a savior and give repentance to Israel.
Also, it say, for this is my covenant unto them. When has the Lord ever broken a promise? The Lord, not a man that he shall lie.
And that's what ultimately, you know, the sacrifice of Yahweh ultimately wipe. It's talk about turning our sins be as scarlet. You know, in Isaiah, the first couple of chapters. You know, that's the Lord having the mercy for to right our wrongs, man. Right. You know, through Yahweh Shai. You know, ultimately that the covenant is ultimate salvation. To turn away death from being innocent. Right.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, and verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death, right? And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. Meaning hell is a condition, man. You know, the Lord is going to burn the underground world where people burn forever. That doesn't make any sense, man. You got to break this down. Man.
Yeah, that's why I asked the IUIC guy. He posted that. He said that the hell shit existed, right? So I posted that scripture, and I said, does hell already exist, or is it, or is it gonna be, and will it exist after this happens? You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? I basically, I forget how I worded it. But basically, I asked him, did hell already exist? Because that's a question that you gotta answer. IUIC, does hell already exist? And if so, then so that means that it's going to cease to exist when it gets cast into the lake of fire. And then what's the difference between the lake of fire and hell? I thought that the lake of fire was hell.
Right.
See? So we got the correct breakdown.
Exactly.
Like the breakdown the brother Shamak just gave, that's the correct understanding.
And when they say second death, that's talking about, because you had the first death, which was the flood. Right. This flood is going to be with fire. That's what it means when they say the second death. Right. Some ICBMs. When they touch down, and wherever they touch down, specifically Babylon the Great, is going to be like a lake of fire.
Yeah. I got a quick precept though. This is Hosea chapter 8 and verse 8. It says Israel. Let me see. I'm sorry, verse 8. It says, Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure. You see, and the Lord found no pleasure because why? Because we always lessen ourselves against the heathen. You know what I'm saying? And made ourselves as the heathen, man. You know what I'm saying? By trying to look like, you know what I'm saying? By trying to eat like them, by trying to be like them, by being covetous after what they have, man. You know? But I had said in my lesson earlier today, you know, only thing we should be coveting is coveting to prophesy, man. That's the only thing we covet, man.
Right, because the prophecy, that's what's going to lead to our salvation. Like right now, you got the thing with the internet. Yesterday you had the internet out. Well, sure, we can speak about the assassination attempt because that took place right while we was in the camp. You know what I'm saying? So you had a lot happen last week in Cleveland, in particular. You know what I'm saying? Because you had the demon Vocab Malone, which he was trying to get in with the Gentile thing, which we've been touching on. But then, like I said, you had the assassination attempt because pursuant to Isaiah 19 and 1 and 2, the Lord said he was going to set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. See, whether it was staged or not, whether it was, you know, I think it was staged because they said that they, you know, all the people they saw, right? So they were telling the CIA to shoot him. They said that even after he started shooting that former President Donald Trump, the gunner was hesitant because he was getting commands not to shoot. He shot and killed the dude anyway, and they fired him from his job. They fired him from his job because he killed the person who assassinated or tried to assassinate Donald Trump, which tells me that it was all an inside thing, and he just said no. You feel me? So they planned on him shooting him or trying to shoot him, you know, and then they was gonna arrest him, bring him in jail, and then they was gonna let him. That's how the CIA works. They just hire a nigga, have him do the shit. You know what I'm saying? Then if he don't get killed in the arrest, he'll get swept away somewhere on Epstein Island or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know,
but unfortunately, he got murked. He wasn't even supposed to get murked. That wasn't even in the plan.
But that's how you talk it down. He said, "Hey, go disappear, man. Here go a couple million, go disappear, man. You just need your face, your thing. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be a new identity.
Exactly.
So you had the movie
Judas Mystery.
Okay. He was a black society.
Yeah, the Black Society.
And I'm thinking about the movie Money Heist. They was robbing all the banks.
Yeah.
But they showed you when I think it was when it was a new season. They all got new identities, new passports. They get that type of shit. They show you the movies all the time.
You had mentioned earlier, Esau has the spirit of the serpent. You know what I'm saying? And being cunning and crafty. So he's going to use his device. We're dealing with the prince of the power of the air, so they can paint whatever narrative they want to, right? You know?
With Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight one against another, his brother, and every one against his neighbor. Right? So that's why you got this infight. Trying to assassinate him. You know what I'm saying? Biden sitting back watching, talking about it.
Biden sitting down. They talking about Biden is about to step down from the Democratic nominee. That's the rumor that Biden is going to step down from the Democrat. So who do the Democrats got? They got nobody, man. Right. Trump is looking like a goddamn superhero, dodging bullets and shit. Right. So these people, they all, they all woo off of that. And then he when they picked him up, first of all, that's still looking fake as hell, man. If that was a real assassination attempt, why the fuck would the CIA agents? They took him to the ground, they got on top of him, they covered him up like a human shield, but then they picked him right up, and they allowed. Like I said, he's supposed to fight. So he's telling you to fight just like January 6th. He was telling them to fight, do whatever you gotta do. See, that's all prophecy. Now we can go to, I'm gonna get second Ezra.
I got that right here.
Oh, okay.
This is second Ezra, chapter 15, and I'm gonna start at verse 15. It says, for the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and the swords in their hands.
Yeah, he had a long life. You know, that book, that's a sword.
it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." You know, and that's what it is. When you make an assassination attempt, you know that's not regarding your kings or princes. Right? You know, this like the brother had brought out in Isaiah 19. This is the Egyptians going against the Egyptians, man. This is the one round fighting against another.
I got one.
The Lord is mingling the perverse spirit in Egypt right now, man. You got the Bible.
His second.
Caused him to err in every work thereof. Because, like I said, that shit was sloppy, man. That shit was sloppy as hell. People and Jake don't even take shit seriously. Let's say it wasn't real assassination. Jake still wouldn't take it seriously. They was all type of memes and shit.
The Donald Trump challenge.
Internet comedian niggas, they was having a field day with that shit. Oh, to put the ketchup on. I seen a popular nigga put the ketchup on the gear and shit. They tasted it. Then they picked him up and, you know, and the people was buying shit. Shit like, woo! That shit was so baloney.
Yeah.
You know, so they're airing in their works thereof. Because remember, even in ancient Egypt, Pharaoh, he dealt with who? He dealt with the magicians. The magicians wanted to mimic the miracles of Moses and Yahweh. And so he still got those magicians and those illusionists and, you know, psychological warfare, psychological operations. Okay, that's a form of mind control. That's what government means. Government means to control and make go back to mind.
I remember a couple of years ago, it was like a high-level shootout with people, and I don't know if it was a riot, but it was one instance where a cop, he acted like he got hit, he went behind a cop car.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You remember that? And you could see like a blood packet or whatever. He came out, you know what I'm saying? Like he saw about wizardry, man. You know what I'm saying? And paint a picture that's not true. And trying to make you believe it, you know?
This is the backyard brothers up. This is what Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 13. Verse 12. It's like verse 12. Stand now with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. It's right. Yeah, tell me. Well, the scripture saying he's a strange from whom speaking lies, man. But that's his spirit speaking. False, you know, showcasing false things on camera, just like he's doing his movies, man. You know, like one enchantment is this hip hop music. Why you think the CIA took so much interest into the music industry? Why you think these small hats take so much interest into this industry? Those are the top enemies, Edomites, the tribe of Amalek. Those are the top enemies on planet Earth. Small hats. They all invested in that industry, and what they put on in the music, adultery, hate your brother, covetousness, lasciviousness, fornication, all manner of evil in that type of music. But that's what they promote, and then they put it on the radio. This is the enchantment part. They put it on the radio and they play it one time an hour. The same 10 songs get played for 10 weeks. Then they'll get another new trash ass 10 songs and play that same track over and over again. To the point where nigga wasn't even, you grew up on Nas and you grew up on, you know, nigga when they was like really rapping and shit, you know, you grew up on shit like that. But then over time you're like, there's no shit, this shit ain't that. This shit keeps shit. You know what I mean? That nigga really out for real. He said he was gonna put a nigga, slime a nigga out. Right. That nigga really, he's spitting. Jake better not think that he gonna make no money or get no deal unless he talking about those specific things, man. That should tell you that it's a conspiracy.
Right. And that's part of the enchantments too with the music industry, because why they took the natural instruments out, right, and they put artificial bass, right, hi-hats and all this other stuff. Why? Because it changes the vibration changes the frequency, man.
And I think the frequency, however many hertz that they produce the music on, I forget the math and the science of it, but it's a certain frequency, whether it be 432 hertz or 440 hertz, but it's a certain frequency. That's the good one. That's the bad one.
I believe that's the bad one.
Yeah, so whatever the frequency was, they used to make music and produce music in a certain frequency.
But they switched it to this other frequency, which pretty much has a negative effect on your body. Because remember, the human body is made of mostly water.
Yeah.
See, so those vibrations, you know what I'm saying, it causes different reactions, you know.
And then on top of that, when you add alcohol, you know what I'm saying, you all the way bugged out, man. You know what I'm saying?
And then they put curses, or prayers and curses to say on those songs. And they would bless the album like the Thriller album. They said that they did a ritual with the Thriller album, and that's why it's one of the greatest selling albums of all time. Because they put a heavy demonic ritual on that album. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that album, when you look at it, it's good music. But then when you look at like the concepts of the videos, it's all death and, you know what I'm saying, zombies. Yeah, you know. This is Ecclesiastes 12:4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Hey, see, and that's prophecy, man. Because the grind, what it say, the grinding shall cease. That's every. You see,
sound of the grinding is low.
Yeah, exactly. That's going into the labor of this place, man. You know, so that you're not the things that are happening right now. The scriptures tell us what's going to happen, man. You know, the work in the season. There shall be no work for Egypt, right? And all the music the daughters of music going to be brought on, man. All you rappers, all the ones that's been supported by Esau, has been getting these loans and stuff like that from Esau, selling your soul to get played on the radio. You know, I'm saying all these things, it's going to come to naught.
I say Isaiah 24 that when the city of confusion is broken down. Can you go to Isaiah 24:10? It says when the city of confusion is broken down, it said they shall not drink wine with the song. So all that partying, twerking, the red light, you know, all that shit gonna go out the window. You ain't gonna want to do nothing. You're not gonna have the spirit to celebrate anything. There's gonna be nothing to celebrate. Your cabinet's gonna be empty. The water not gonna be running. Okay, you don't even know how to. I would just teach my sons how to cleanse water, which water you can cleanse, which water you can't drink. You know.
I was gonna ask you to repeat that scripture.
Isaiah 24:10.
Oh yeah. Isaiah 24:10. The Mark Everett City. Oh,
That's what that goes.
That's it. Isaiah.
You worded something.
yeah, the sound of the grinding is low. And then I said basically not the song.
Yeah,
They shall not drink wine with the song.
Yeah, Isaiah 24.
This is for Isaiah 24 verse 9. It says, "They shall not drink wine with the song. Strong drink shall be better to them that drink it." And the scriptures talk about wine and music in the book of Sirach.
Right, it was made to make men glad.
Right.
You know, but that day ain't gonna make us glad because that show you there's gonna be so much hell that's gonna be on the earth. They said, read that again.
It says,
when people drink strong drink, why are you drinking strong drink? Nine times out of 10. Right. You know what I'm saying? To escape, you know?
drink a little wine and he'll die in prayer.
What it says, give him strong drink that's ready to perish. You know?
Yeah.
In Proverbs. It's more than that, don't you like?
It says, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink.
And it's like, why is that? Because the birth of the land is gone, man.
Right.
There is no more Joyce and Cage right now in Babylon the Great, man. You know, you got different scenarios where everybody's starting to clash, man. You know, the realms are colliding, man. The end is nigh, man.
And good, because you people, y'all all want to be individual. Y'all went along with the white man philosophy of being an individual, and now y'all all divided. See, but we about the scripture, we about being with one mind and one accord. All one with Yahweh Shah, the creator of heavens and the earth, man. Therefore, we ain't never gonna have no riot. We ain't gonna see us rioting. I'm gonna riot outside this brother's house. We gonna all second brothers go to the IGPK house. Right. We ain't rioting. We ain't doing none of that dumb shit. We ain't marching. We ain't doing none of that dumb shit, man.
Main guys will captivate.
Right, you know, Royal Rumbles and shit. IUIC versus IGPK.
It says, verse 10, the city of confusion is broken down.
That's it. Like I said, y'all took on that individual shit. That y'all took onto that confusion. So therefore, the Lord had to break you down. There's no way you could be solid. There's no way you can have a solid foundation if all y'all agree on different shit. You a Mo, you a tranny, you a goddamn Democrat, you a atheist, you a goddamn Buddhist, you know, y'all all in the same, y'all all work in the same car shop. Yeah, you see, why you think this shit fall apart? work at the same banking firm, and y'all supposed to be making big decisions for this country.
Right.
All y'all be on different gods. Y'all's plans is gonna fail, man.
Right. And we're going to that word Babylon. That's what it means, confusion. And this is mystery Babylon.
So it's just a quick passage. It's basically tell you that it's roughly 4,000 religions in the world today. And you know for a fact all of them is here because everybody bring their religions here to do it freely. But they do it how they want to do it here. So that's why you got Muslims attacking Muslims, because you got some that believe, well, we got to be hardcore Muslims. Some of them like, well, just put the hijab on, cool. So you got people clashing all day long here.
Well, that's what it's talk about the false prophet. You know what I'm saying? Being cast into like a fire. You know, the false prophet is the Catholic Church. When you look at the word Catholic, it just means universal. So this place allows you to you can worship turtles. You know what I'm saying? Walk a turtle down the aisle. You know what I'm saying? The turtle, whatever.
You could be a turtle. Shit.
Don't let it be a damn dog. These all put your ass under the jail by them dogs. You know what I'm saying? But they still do it. You still see news articles. Kentucky, man. It's always a nigga in some weird ass Kentucky. Yeah. Florida. Crazy shit go down in Florida. You know?
Because this is the mother of all harlots, man.
Right.
And that's against the law. That's called bestiality. The man and the beast supposed to be put together.
It says, back to Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down.
Babylon the Great. The word Babylon from the Hebrew, the ball will be confusion. Okay? And they say great confusion because it's Babylon the Great. So this is the place of great confusion.
But what happened in the old days of the Tower of Babel? Everybody was of one speech and one language. Doing the same thing. They're trying to build up the skies to your how about you guys shine. That's what Esau is trying to do right now. You know, say this nest among the stars. You know, people in two things. Clean their own food.
Right. There's certain types of wood that cleans the water. You know?
The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. It says, right, so you're going to have a lot of houses that's being boarded up because people got they couldn't pay their rent because inflation going go up, man.
Yeah, you got storefronts boarded up.
Right here.
You know, right here on the strip. This is just one of the busiest intersect, place of concourse in the city. You know?
Right. Just like you got to put that precept in, I think you got to put that in the precept. That's the 12th chapter somebody did. You know,
yeah, because we get it verse 3. So Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble,
fearful. They're going to be fearful. Right. You know, where we going to get our next food from? We ain't got no man in the house. The children home.
Yeah, say and the keepers of the house is really dealing with the economists. You know, those who balance to get the international checkbooks. You know, yeah, Esau Edom, you know, because they can see that through their forecast, you know, that the next quarter ain't going to be too good.
Right.
And the quarter after that, who knows? You know, that's how they talking. See, because everybody can see this place on the decline. Therefore, there has to be a solution. It's going to ascend, to descend, I should say. It's going to descend into chaos. Then they're going to bring the solution. Okay, problem, reaction, solution.
Which is going to be the new currency. You know, which is going to be that MOTB, the mark of the beast, man. See him.
And that's why it says in the beginning of chapter 2, remember not greater in the days, not you. Because these things are going to come to pass, but you can't wait until it's too late for you to be like, all right, I got to change. You know, saying, let me get my shit right. Let me stop depending on Esau. You know, because it's about moving the staff. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to allow you to, he's going to choose your delusions. What you believe is right. What you leaning on. All right, no things. You know?
And the best candidate is for him to go and amplify that see him is going to be the ones that hazards can happen to, man. You know?
Ecclesiastes, because in the Apocrypha, chapter 5, verse 7, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, Yahweh, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Right, scripture said that the Lord's going to come as a thief in the night. You continuously putting off from day to day, it's going to become easy to put it off. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a mindset to where, you know, because if you continuously do something, you know what I'm saying, it becomes a habit. You know, then that habit becomes hard to break. You know, so that's why the Lord said repent. You know, and repent daily. You know, because we repent daily, you're not going to continuously put off because you're looking out for that day. The scripture, the Lord requires of us to be watching. You know, Habakkuk 2:1. You know, I will stand upon my watch. So you're not going to stand upon your watch if you're constantly putting off.
And when you read Ezekiel the 12th chapter, it talks about that the Lord's going to remove that proverb, saying that these visions delay. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to remove that like a thief in the night, man. Until you're going to realize it when it's too late.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This Revelation chapter 3, verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come to him and will sup with him and he with me. All the Lord doing is knocking at the door. All you gotta do is open. And really, that's all you're doing is opening your mind, opening your ears. Because the mouth of the Lord is the purpose. All you gotta do is it's very easy to accept the Lord. And when the Lord first speaks to you, he ain't taking you for granted. You gotta change this. He just wants you to open your ears to him at first. That's it.
It's about making breaking said go to Galatians chapter 4.
And, you know, and really, we haven't chosen the Lord. The Lord has chosen us. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has chosen his elect in the last days to come back and stand upon their feet in great boldness, man. You know? So it's not up to us. We just pray that the Lord gets the spirit on us. You know? You got it.
Is it Galatians 4? You say,
Galatians chapter 4, verse 1. Now I say that the heir, as long as he... Galatians chapter... Oh, this is Galatians chapter 3, verse 1. O foolish Galatians, who have bewitched you that ye should not obey the truth, before whose eyes Yahushua HaMashiach have been evidently set forth, crucified among you.
right. So he's talking to the Galatians. Why he call them foolish Galatians? Because they were being bewitched into leaning back on the law, into going back to leaning on the law. Because Paul was just teaching them, look, it's not about the law, it's about Yahushua HaMashiach crucified and risen unto us. Okay, Yahushua HaMashiach died for our sins. Now we're under grace now. The law cannot save, okay? So he explained it to them, but then they were being bewitched by individuals that was around back then to go back to leaning on the law. Read that again.
Galatians chapter 3, verse 1. Foolish Galatians, who have bewitched you.
That's witchcraft, man. You know, somebody telling you to lean on the law, they bewitch you. Man. They run a witchcraft for you, man. Esau, we was speaking about Esau witchcraft, but you got the witchcraft in the truth, too. God's running witchcraft in the truth.
That ye should not obey the truth.
Read the truth. The truth is Yahushua HaMashiach crucified and risen. Okay? Not for the sins of Israel, the sins come to the elect and all the nation of Israel, because all Israel shall be saved. But there's a market of exemption that's on the elect, where they're going to escape punishment. Right.
Before whose eyes Yahushua HaMashiach have been evidently set forth, crucified among you. This is only what I learned of you. Received.
I want to ask you a question. You tell me.
This only what I learned of you. Receive ye the Spirit by the works of the law or hearing of faith.
Like when you first read the truth, you wasn't keeping the law. When the Lord gave us this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, you wasn't keeping the law, man. You got to know the law. You got to understand the law and keep the law. But when you first was able to understand this truth and the Lord opened your eyes to how real everything was, you wasn't keeping the law. Right? It came out of hearing the faith. So read that one more time.
Galatians 3 and 2. This only what I learned of you. Receive ye the Spirit by the works of the law or by the hearing of faith.
Now they know people that was coming up against Paul, telling them to go back to the law. Yeah, well, you tell me something. Was they keeping the law when they understood it? Okay. That's probably deal with faith. That's probably do with faith. You have to believe that He is. He that coming to the Most High, but believe that He is. It's not a thing about I can show you some proof. They want proof like a vestless man. Like a what did he say? They want proof like a vestless chest. Big no, big fiasco. We not here to bring you proof. You got it.
This is Habakkuk 2:4. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." You know, so the just, the upright man, is going to live by faith, man. Because ultimately we're justified by faith, not by works of the law. That's what the Apostle Paul was trying to portray to the church of Galatia about the reason that why Yahushua came. You know, we got it.
Galatians 3:3. Are ye so foolish, having begun in the spirit? Are ye now made perfect by the flesh?
Are you so foolish that you created the spirit, but now you're going to be perfect by the law? Now you're not the law. Now you keeping the law is going to save you. You know, it's really your faith that brought you this far. You know, Officer Beckstead tried to intimidate us before we turned on the camera and said, "Oh, nigga, what the fuck do you want, bro?" He was like, "They all right, guys. They're okay." They gonna hit it on that one guy. But I guess we put on disguises. He was like, "Take this out. We put on disguises." He said, "Yeah, because you know, for us, guys." Right. You got last week when we needed you to go to the rest both times alone. Oh, you probably sent them.
I got a quick.
Verse 4, Galatians 3:4. Have ye suffered so many things in vain, if it be yet in vain?
Right. He was walking the right way. Don't make it in vain. You know, don't make it all your good works the way that you were walking before based upon faith and you know you getting acquainted with the Lord. Don't not lead to back in like I say, you're saved by the law. You know, because then you're making everything in vain because you're not going to be justified by the law. Go to Galatians, the 2nd chapter.
Y'all believe Clark the rudiments of the world? You know,
The rudiments of the world, that's the only philosophy of the world. You know, it's the maths and the science and you know the arts and you know the knowledge of the world.
that's
But
what.
it said we were under the bondage.
Yeah,
Under
that's
the law.
that's right.
You know, the law was bondage. The law was bondage. The law is not sin, but what brings sin? The law in us. See, so therefore we had to be delivered from that. We had to be delivered from even the law. Because we explained it on 7. I just broke it down. Go ahead, bro. I'm talking. 2 and
Yeah, because it says that in also in Galatians, it talks about that Yahushua had redeemed us from the curse of the law, man. You know, so we're ultimately justified by faith through to Yahweh, through Yahushua.
Galatians chapter 2, verse 16. Knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahushua of Mashiach. Even we believe in Yahushua of Mashiach, that we may be justified by the faith of Yahushua of Mashiach, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified.
Because why? Because with the works of the law came what? You had to get the sacrifices, man. And Jacob was going off, premeditating sin. You know, that's why the Lord said he had no pleasure in the fat of your goats, right? In the blood of your lambs and things like that, man.
Yeah, and because once you break one law, you break the law.
Yeah.
That's why there's no justification. Nothing wrong with keeping the law, because the law is good if it be done lawfully. But the thing is, the law you're not going to obtain justification by law. What is your target for justification? That's what it's all about. That's what the conversation is being explained here.
If that's the case, heathens could be saved. It's heathens in the history. They was keeping the law. They was a Sumerian trying to take under our culture. They gonna be saved. Like, no, they didn't have to give the faith. So that's the thing.
That's right. This is James. James chapter 2 and 10. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend at one point, he is guilty of all.
Yep. And that's what it is, man. That's why we can't be justified, man. You know, because we're all worthy of death, man. You know, it's just a mercy of the law. Yeah, according to the law. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we thank Yahweh Shemashah for the mercy and grace that He bestowed upon us, man.
Yeah,
You know?
like say, the law remaineth in his force. You know, so therefore the law, the reason why people die because of sin. You know, because of transgression against Heavenly Father. You know, so we're not like the law is completely done away with. Okay, yeah, we established the law, look at that. But there was a change to the law. There was a change to the priesthood, I should say.
It was magnified. You know. Yep, it made honorable. Yep.
Romans chapter 5, verse 1. You can read that. But this is I want to read that real quick.
This book of Romans, chapter 5, and verse 1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with Yahweh through our Lord Yahweh. Right, so we ain't justified by the law, man. We under grace, man. You know, we justified by it says being justified by faith. You know, that's how we have peace with Yahweh. We ain't got peace with Yahweh by thinking we can just keep every single law. I know when I first came to the truth, I found about IUIC, I was still going off, man. You know, so that's not accurate, man.
Yep. Well, you know, you read Romans the 4th chapter, it goes how to Abraham was justified by faith. You see, so you know, it says all his seed shall be justified by faith. It was the seed of Abraham, Isaac. It was Isaac Yahweh.
I got myself. Romans 4, verse 14. It says, for if they which are of the law be heirs, faith is made void. Woo! See? So if they that are of the law, they that which are of the law be heirs, being heirs to the promise, faith is made void. See? Faith is that would do away with the need of faith. There will be no purpose of faith. Right? It's going to be justified by the law.
All the schoolmasters bring us to Yahweh. Now, this is a repetitive thing. We go into everything that we know. Now, we say not the law. Now, we keep the law, but in Revelation 14 chapter it says, and they have the faith of Yahweh. So you need two of you need to keep the commandments to the best of your ability, and you need to have faith.
They got right, faith and works. And you got to understand what the works are. Because the works are not just going out to our way to prophesy. And that's what a lot of guys think. See, that was exposed to this past week with the affiliates and all that. You know, they pretty much they don't understand what they're part of. You see what I'm saying? Well, the ones that was exposed, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know what they was a part of. They thought it was just about going out and teaching. But it's actually a little bit more than that. You see what I'm saying? Because what are the works truly? You got to be brotherly. You got to know how to deal amongst brothers. You got to know how to take rebuke. You got to know how to serve men. You know how to serve men. You see what I'm saying? You know how to humble yourself. All that's a part of the rebuke. You might have to travel with those this way, that. You know, that's all a part of the works. There's a lot of works that's off camera as well, which we all know. You know, we all know that. You know,
it's even more work. We only on camera for 2,
right,
maybe 4 hours at the most. You're not gonna be here like for 4 hours.
Right. I got one. This is the backup verse of this book of Hebrews, chapter 10, and I'll start at verse 9. It says, then said he, lo, I come to do thy will, O Yahweh. He taketh, verse 7. It says, then said I, lo, I come in the value of the book he is written of me, Yahweh, to do thy will, O Yahweh. Above when he said, sacrifice and offering and burnt offerings and offering for sin thou wouldest not, neither hadst pleasure therein, which are offered by the law. Right? So are you guys still doing sacrificial laws? If you got to keep all the laws, are you still doing the sacrifice? When the Lord done away with that, because how that was being sacrificed to the nation of Israel? Right.
Well, if he was all the confused, that means you should be still doing animal sacrifice. You should be going against what the Apostle Paul said, because according to Leader Sakari, he's all the confused. You should be going back doing animal sacrifice.
Right.
Matter of fact, you might want to move to Haiti, because you can't do that type of shit here. You might want to move back to Haiti, so you can do animal sacrifice, goats and lambs and shit. And have that be the headquarters of Sakari.
Exactly.
You know? So, makes sense, man.
You're not all the confusion. It's that you're wrestling with the understanding of the fight. It's not good for you again.
Which the Apostle Peter told us that there was some man but unto their own destruction. You know.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Twist them up, twist them your way.
Yeah.
You know, because I got long hair. Here, this guy got hair down to his back. And then when you go to 1 Corinthians 11, he tell you, a man having long hair. Oh, that don't mean that. That don't mean. Well, he got hair down to his back. You know, his hair down to his back. He tell you that long hair scripture. Yeah, that don't. You don't got to follow that. You know, it seems like you're biased. It seems like that breakdown is biased, because you got to look at all down to your back. That's more proof why you need to lean on the Apostle Paul, man. You really need to lean on what the Apostle Paul said, man, because you break all type of laws. Man, should make bear false witness. What about that law? It says here, let me read this in Romans chapter 4, verse 15. Because the law worketh wrath, where no law is, there is no transgression. Verse 15, verse 16. Therefore, it is of faith that it might be by grace, to the end that the promise might be sure to all the seed. That's the only way that the promise could have been made sure to the whole nation of Israel. If it was according to the law, all Israel would never be saved. See, the only reason why all Israel was able to be saved because the Heavenly Father switched justification to faith. He switched justification to faith. Yahushua died for the entire nation. Like, Yahushua did something worse. Every time you walk past me, they picture it. Like, what are y'all? There's two angels holding us.
Yeah.
Holding the string.
Got it.
Every time they have that. Like, what the fuck? Hey, here comes the walrus. The fucking black walrus. Disgusting. Romans 4, verse 16. Therefore, it is of faith that it might be by grace to the end that the promise might be sure to all the seed. Right? That means all Israel shall be saved. It says, because that's what the Lord told Abraham, his seed shall be blessed. All the seed. Not just Abraham to Isaac, Abraham to Isaac, to Jacob, Jacob. Right. It says, read on, but to that also which is of the faith of Abraham, who is the father of us all. Meaning, because it goes from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob. As it is written, I have made thee a father of many nations. Many nations is the 12 tribes. Before him whom he believed, even the Heavenly Father who quickeneth the dead and calleth those things which be not as though they were. Who against hope believed in hope, that he might become the father of many nations. According to that which was spoken, so shall thy seed be blessed. Or so shall thy seed be,
See, that's what cuts Christianity, man. Because they said they believe that everybody will be saved, but the scripture said that the seed of Abraham will be saved. But and Abraham didn't father the whole entire globe. You know what I'm saying? You had the Japhites, you had the Hamites. You know what I'm saying? So Christians, okay, do they not receive salvation either? You know what I'm saying? Like that, you gotta have discernment. You gotta have the spiritual eye to be able to understand the scripture. You know what I'm saying? I got a quick precept. This real quick. This is Isaiah 64 and verse 6. It says, "But we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness is as filthy rags." You gonna break it down, Squad?
Yeah, kind of like you use a rag and take a white towel, you clean the dishes, you clean the floor. Man, you don't want to take it clean. Right? You ain't gonna take it clean. Your hoe ain't gonna take that rag and clean his face on. You know, you guys, you complain about the law, but it's still filthy, man. Because we in the flesh now. You know, and much as you say law, the flesh still is gonna go up, man. You guys are acting like we in a motorbike. Like you can just fly around and put Esau into power as you please, man. That's not going on right now. We're in captivity.
What the scripture says, what's saying second notice that faith shall flourish. You know what I'm saying? It don't say that the law is going to be, the law is going to flourish. No, faith is going to flourish, man. Yep.
It's Romans chapter 7, verse 13. Was that day which is good made death unto me? God forbid.
Right.
What sin that it might appear sin, working death in me by that which is good, that sin by the commandment might become exceeding simple. Talking about the law.
Right. That was good with the law. The law is good, man. You know?
What it says in the law in Psalm 19, that the law is perfect, converting the soul, man. You know?
Yep. And that's why Yahweh kept that perfect.
Yep,
law.
for
Perfect. Right?
Yep.
And now he converts our soul. It says in verse 14, for we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, so understand. Because the law really is the whole Bible. That's why it's spiritual. You see what I'm saying? It's not just the first 5 books, but it's actually the whole I'll say the holy commandments in the scriptures, the holy writings and proverbs and decrees in the scriptures. Those are what we should also follow, and what we will follow in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So in the kingdom, everybody's gonna train up a child in the way that it should go. You know what I'm saying? In the kingdom, everybody's gonna stand in the multitude of elders. You know what I'm saying? And see what they shall say. You know what I'm saying? In the kingdom, certain things is not written in the law, but written in other scriptures. People are gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, even Yahweh said that heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. You know, meaning that the words, the laws, you know what I'm saying, are always going to be here. They've been here since before Genesis 1 and 1.
Showing you that it was a part of that Most High will, but at this particular time in the fight, it's not going to justify it. It's saying verse 15. But that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that I do. Going back to what you were saying. You know, when you're keeping the law, you're still in the flesh.
And how did Apostle Paul know what the things that he hated, that he didn't want to do, and what the law told him that he shouldn't be doing? Right. You know, I don't know if it's in that chapter, but the Apostle Paul said that he would have not known lust unless the scripture says, "Thou shalt not covet." You know, these scriptures are these scriptures, the law is a guideline, and we ultimately use faith to guide us and set that parameter, man. You know.
I'm gonna jump to verse 6 because I'm back up something I said earlier. What you said. It's Romans chapter 7, verse 6. But now we are delivered from the law, that being, so like I said earlier, we had to be delivered from the law. Okay, so that's biblical. We had to be saved from the law because it working the wrath of the Heavenly Father in us. You know what I'm saying? All we want to stay in a covenant where the more we try to keep this covenant, the angrier the Heavenly Father gets with us. Why are we trying to go back to that? That's why it says in Acts 15 that was a yoke that neither us nor our fathers were able to bear. Okay, talk about the law. When Apostle said, I count all things but dumb, he talking about the law. He talking about him trying to go back to the justification of the law. Okay? Because he had a reputation and he had a prestige among the Pharisees. And, so he said, I count all that but dumb, man. That reputation of me keeping the law, I count that dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Because Apostle Paul said he was a Pharisee of the Pharisees.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He was that guy, man. You know?
Say in verse 16, if then Romans 7 and 16. I was back actually I jumped up. Romans 7 and 6. But now we are delivered from the law, that being dead wherein we were held, that we should serve in newness of spirit and not in the oldness of the letter. Showing you that it goes back to a renewing of your mind.
There it is,
your mind. They ain't talking about you changing your wardrobe, or your physical appearance. But the beard is a part of the law. There's certain laws that are part of your physical appearance. But it's referring to the renewing of your mind. It's a newness of spirit. Okay, your spirit goes in your mind. Okay, it says, and so that's what it's about. Not in the oldness of the letter. Meaning the law takes a justification of the law, statutes, and commandments. Say in verse 7, what shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid. Nay, I had not known sin but by the law. For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet. But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of concupiscence. For with the law, sin was dead. For without the law, sin was dead. So it's about that conscience. You know, ultimately the mind, that's why the scripture say the mind is desperately wicked. Who can know it?
Yeah.
The way the mind is set up is that once it knows, it's like out of sight, out of mind. What does that mean? That means if somebody, what they don't know won't hurt them. What does that mean? It means that when people don't know something is there, when your mind don't know something is there, it can't be fought against with whatever that is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But once your mind knows that it's there, now it's a temptation. Because it exists, you can actually experience it if you just go and do it. Now you gotta actually fight against something that if you didn't even know it was there, if you didn't even know it exists, it wouldn't have wrought what it wrought in you. But once we knew lust, like the law say, it say verse 7, what shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid, because breaking the law is sin, right? Transgression of the law is sin. It say, nay, I had not known sin but by the law. For I had not known lust except the law had said, thou shalt not covet, right? Once you realize what covetousness is, like my son, he saw me today eating some oatmeal. He said, I want some oatmeal. I said, you just had some cereal. He said, I want some oatmeal. I said, you don't want no damn oatmeal. I said, I'm gonna give you the oatmeal. So I gave him some oatmeal. Of course, you think he ate oatmeal? No, he didn't eat all the oatmeal. I said, you only want that damn oatmeal because you seen somebody else with the oatmeal being covetous. That's being covetous. You see, that's what kids do. You got oatmeal, even though he just fucking ate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the law is. Now my son know you was lusting after that oatmeal until you saw me having it. You was covetous. It says, but sin taking occasion by the commandment. So sin was able to take an occasion against us. Just like Samson, the Most High used Samson to take occasion against the Philistines to come up against them. That's what sin did by the law. Okay? Now it has an opportunity to come against us because the law is presented to us.
And if I could say, because and even Yahweh Shah said, he told the scribes and Pharisees that now they have no cloak for their sins. You know what I'm saying? Because now the justification was right there in front of them, man. You know what I'm saying?
And ultimately, what the Heavenly Father wanted them to do, I mean, it's in the law. In Deuteronomy 18, say He's gonna raise up a prophet from among you, and him shall you hear. But what the Heavenly Father was requiring of our people wasn't in the law. That's why when you read Matthew 19, the rich young man, he said, I have kept all them laws from my youth. What lack I yet? Mm-hmm. He said, if you want to be perfect, perfection, justified, right? Justification. He said, go sell to the poor and follow me. Follow Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai Mashayah. See, that's not in the law. Where's it in the law? Well, the scripture say give to the poor, but it say leave some for the poor, but it don't say sell all that thou have.
Right.
You know? So what Yahweh Shai was asking of that man required what? Faith. See?
What did Yahweh Shah tell who was that? Peter and John when they were fishermen? He said, follow me, and I'll make you fishers of men. And what did they do? They straightway forsook their nets, man, and followed Yahweh Shah.
They wasn't sorrowful. Sorrowful like the rich young man who had great possession. See?
And being a fisherman is a occupancy to acquire money. You know, you know what I'm saying? So they left what their profession, you know what I'm saying, through faith to follow Yahweh Shai, which is the true riches, man.
They ain't ask no question.
Exactly, yep.
Lord, how we gonna eat? You know what I'm saying? Do you got enough food for the trip?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they straightway forsook their nets and followed the Lord. I'm gonna finish the Romans, man, y'all. Break it down for y'all. In Romans chapter 7, verse 16. If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. Now then, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
Because ultimately, we're in chains of darkness. The scriptures talk about chains of darkness in Peter and Jude. You know, so we were designed to go off to for the latter days to understand that we need a mediator. We need Yahweh Shai in order to be justified, because Yahweh Shai did something that the law couldn't do, which has made us perfect, man. You know.
I got a precept to back it up. This is book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. And that's what he was going into in the book of Romans, the 7th chapter. He was complaining about like he desired to do the law, but he got members in his inward parts that's warring with the law, man. You know, he trying to do the law, but it's keeping him from doing the law, man. It's the flesh against the spirit, man. You know, and that flesh, like Brother Mashal just mentioned in the book of 1st and 2nd Peter, that changed the 2nd Peter that changed the darkness, man. You know, it's like we're bound to these chains of darkness. The flesh, we are not at our full capacity, which is the full capacity of the law, which we will be in the kingdom, you know, in those immortal bodies. But on this side, you know, we're bound to only so much righteousness that we can do, because like the scripture just read, it's filthy rags. Our righteousness are as filthy rags, man.
I got a quick precept. This is Hebrews 7 and let me start at verse 15. It says, and it is yet far more evident, for after that the similitude of Melchizedek, there arises another priest.
Who's that other priest, man? Go ahead.
You will break it down. Keep reading. It says, verse 16, who is made not after the law of a carnal commandment, but after the power of an endless life.
Who's given endless life? He's never going. He was the first man to be resurrected from the dead, man. He was the first one that was given immortality, man. And that's our high priest, man. Okay, not Caiaphas and whoever was the high priest on the scene at that time, man. He did away with that, man. Okay, it says the veil that was torn. It was symbolic for the Lord doing away with the priesthood at that time. He was putting his son in that stead.
Continuing on, it says, for he testifieth, thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. You know, this is before the Levitical priesthood. This was before Moses and Aaron. You know, Abraham paid tithes to Melchizedek before there was a law that said to pay a tenth of what you possess. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was always an oral law.
Yeah.
But as far as written on tablets of stone, it didn't come about yet. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you Israelites that's claiming to be high priests, okay, you were paying tithes while you were in Abraham's nutsack, man. All right, you were paying tithes to Melchizedek while you were in our forefather Abraham's nutsack. Mm-hmm. And that order of priesthood is given to Yahushua, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, man, or who you don't worship, man, who you say you're not supposed to worship, man. This is why you try to do away with all Paul's writings, because it tells you that he is a follower of Yahushua, man, and you don't want to follow Yahushua. You niggas just gonna die, man. That's what Apostle Hart said in his video. He said, Jake's just playing around with this word and disrespecting the Lord and his son. The Lord's gonna kill you niggas real soon, man. He's already breaking up camps, man.
Well, the scripture says that the Apostle Paul was a chosen vessel, you know what I'm saying, to fulfill a certain portion of the ministry, you know what I'm saying, to be an apostle to the Gentiles, you know what I'm saying, which are the Israelite foreigners, you know.
If it wasn't for Apostle Paul, you wouldn't know that you was an Israelite, man. See?
Because those epistles that the apostle wrote, even though they were written for a specific time, spiritually they were written for the elect to wake up in these last days, man. You know what I'm saying? And to continue in the faith, to contend for the faith. You know what I'm saying? To believe, to understand that we're not justified by the works of the law, we're ultimately justified through faith. You know? I got a quick precept. This is 1 Peter chapter 1. And I'm going to start at verse 13. It says, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach. You see, all these things that we're trying to do, we're doing it right now to be beautified at the revelation of Yahushua, man. That he's going to look upon us and he's going to choose each individual bride. He's going to see that they beautified themselves. They put on that garment of righteousness, you know. Their garments aren't spotted. You know what I'm saying? That they're ready to be. They're ready for the marriage supper of the Lamb. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the chapter where it talks about your faith is more precious than fine gold? If I'm not mistaken.
Yep, kind. I believe so.
Is it up a couple verses?
Yep. Verse 7. Yeah. Kind. I'm gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? Verse 14.
Hey, go ahead and read that where it says faith is more precious than fine gold, man. Because you Israelites, you try to skip over faith, man. We just going into that.
1 Peter 1 and verse 7. It says, the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Come on, bro.
Yeah, so it's all about faith, man. It's not about keeping the law
Right.
100%.
That's right.
Once again, it's about your faith. 2 Corinthians 9 said he was going to deliver them that was by works and by faith, roughly paraphrasing.
Yeah, bring that out, dog. And I'm going to continue this on real quick, Shemai. I'm going to finish this out, and then you got it. This is 1 Peter 1 and 14. It says, as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lusts and your ignorance. You see, because we were all ignorant at one point in time, man. You know what I'm saying? But what? Well, now the Lord has called us back. You know what I'm saying? Now we have the understanding. Now we're not ignorant anymore. And that's why the scripture specifically set apart the ones that are willfully ignorant. You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 15, it says, but as he which have called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. And that word conversation goes back into your conduct. You know what I'm saying? So we're set apart from our conduct, and ultimately our faith allows us to conduct ourselves a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So now we're not going, hey brother, where's your fringes at, brother? You know what I'm saying? You hungry as a mug on the Shabbat, but you want to be over righteous, don't want to buy a sandwich and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shah came and did away with all that, man. You know what I mean?
Like you said, it keeps you in those guidelines.
Yeah.
Guidelines of that narrow path.
It keeps you combined in a box.
Right.
You know, a box of the law, a box of the belief of the scribes and Pharisees and the Sadducees.
But once again, prove that, back to the brothers up, it's not all about the law, but you gotta have to contribute that faith. This is the book of Galatians chapter 3, and I'll start at verse 10. It says, for as many as are the works of the law are under the curse. All right, because why do we go into why did the Lord put the curses upon the nation into the first place? Because they was disobeying the law. They was going against the law, man. It says, are under the curse, for it is written, cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them, right? Because the Lord had the law established so that it would have benefited us, man. So that we are living righteously. The nation is real wicked and also including the flesh. You gonna say something?
I just made me think of something through the spirit. There's in the book of Numbers. That's exactly where it's at. We talk about the name of the
Right. Right. And the Lord amplified the punishment for not keeping the law. But verse 12 it says, and the law is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them. It says, and the law is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them. Verse 13.
And that's what it is. If you believe that you're law, then ultimately you're going to be judged according to the law, man. And like the brother Yaquam brought out, when you offend in one, you offend in all the law, So when you boast in the law, you're lessening Yahweh Shai, man. And that's not what we're here to do. We're here to exemplify Yahweh Shai and knowing that Yahweh Shai kept the law perfectly for us,
If you're keeping the law, right? Why is there a pride month? See what I'm saying? Why aren't those alphabet members just extinct?
Delete it.
Yeah, why aren't they deleted, man?
Should be a whole bunch of stone mountains.
Yep.
So that's how these stones, you start off with a couple rods being thrown at you, but eventually they start picking up big bump. They just bury you in stones until it's a mountain of stones. That's how you get stoned. You get crushed to death, right? If you ain't already dead from the, stones being thrown.
And actually, I skipped the verse. Verse 11. It says, but that from Galatians chapter 3 and verse 11. It says, but that no man is justified by the law in the sight of Yahweh. Right? So no man is justified by the law in the sight of Yahweh. The Lord can't even look at us, man. You guys claim that you are righteous, but the Lord can't even behold a man. Because, he's wicked, man.
Hey, that's what the brother said. Where's it, these stoning platforms at? Even yet with the woman that was caught in adultery. And Yahweh Shai, hey, said, hey man, those that are without sin.
Well, Yahweh Shai wasn't keeping the law. Hold on, what's up with that? Where Yahweh Shai, she was supposed to be stoned, right? Why didn't Yahweh Shai stone that woman?
But that's why Yahweh Shai said, he that is without sin cast the first stone, man. You know? That's how Yahweh Shai was confounding these dudes, man.
That's basically what the Lord was saying.
Yep.
Oh man, read that again.
It says, but no man is justified by the law in the sight of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai.
He that is without sin, let him cast the first stone.
Like Apostle Hart was saying last week, you know, hey, they should have got stoned for the adultery thing in the IUIC camp. You know, they were supposed to get put straight to death according to the
What's
law.
up with the law?
Right, what's up with the law or not? You know? It says,
Hey, what's up with the law on the bonds? Like Paul Tar said, you supposed to be writing us a check, man. You know what I'm saying? The IUIC welfare system. Let me get on that. The word scripture say, use the world, not abuse it. I'm going to get on that. The IUIC welfare, Hebrew Israelite welfare system.
right.
They going to want your social, they going to want your address. They want to know how many wives you got. You going to have to a lot for you get that money. So I think we just going to get that bread.
Hey, I got
But the law just say if you see your poor brother, you're supposed to break him off. You're supposed to restore him. I got a bunch of debt. You know what I'm saying? I can use it.
I got a quick one, real quick, Shamar. This is Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 26. It says, and whosoever will not do the law of thy power and the law of the king, let judgment be executed speedily upon him, whether it be unto death or to banishment or to confiscation of goods or to imprisonment. You know, so if you want to be upheld by the standard of the law, what happened in the old days? You were judged immediately, man. You know what I'm saying? But Jake can dance around that because they know that sentence is executed speedily, man. Because we're under grace, so they can scoff at the fact of they keep the law perfectly and all this stuff because they're not getting judged by the law, man. You know, because if a brother was if they was disowned members of Issachar for going off, you know, they wouldn't be on that. Oh well, we keep the law perfectly because you're gonna be held to that standard.
And then you not participating in the old law. You're not stoning people. That proves that you actually do believe in Paul's letters. Because Paul wrote the letter to Romans 13. Because Paul wrote the letter. We ain't gotta go there. We about to go to the prophecy from the close. But Romans 13, Paul said to obey the powers that be, so to speak. To obey the laws of the land, so to speak. See what I'm saying? So if you're not keeping, if you don't believe Paul's letters, then why are you obeying the laws of the land and not stoning people? Because the only reason why you're not doing that, I'm assuming, is because we under this man laws. You know? And because you believe you're under the law.
Right, because
you're completely under the law. No grace whatsoever. Completely under the law. Where is grace? When is Sakari? When is IUIC going to do a lesson on grace? That's what we want, a lesson on grace. We want a lesson on mercy and grace. You know? When you going to edify on that? Well, I can edify. I can do it.
I got it.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick precept just to close it out, that portion out. St. John, chapter 1 and verse 17. It says, for the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. You see, so grace and truth came by Yahweh Shai. So, you know, you living by the letter of the law, trying to live by the letter of the law. You living by the portion of our book that was given to us to be a guideline, man. You know what I'm saying? The law is a parameter.
That's why you got the team.
Exactly. Yep. The culmination of all the laws, man. You know?
Second Ezra.
Because you had we talked a little bit about the Donald Trump thing, but then you had yesterday you had the internet outage, right? And we speak, you know, that yesterday had to sit down. I mean, you have internet, everything in this man's society is connected to the internet, man. Everything. Even I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the GPS, I know it's been on the satellites, but I think it also built the internet too. The global positioning system. So you got like these automated cars, GPS. A lot of people don't even know how to get places without their fucking GPS. Your internet is not gonna work with your phone. A lot of the cities major U.S. cities, their water supplies is based upon the electrical grid. You know what I'm saying? I know Los Angeles for a fact. Los Angeles did a video a couple years ago speaking on it. How they water supply system is heavily reliant on electricity. You see what I'm saying? Then you got remember a couple years ago they was trying to put all the stoves on, like, yeah, they were trying to make them all electric. I did a video, I was like, that's a fucking snare, because how would you make all the stoves electric? Having gas gives you the option where if electricity goes off, you can still warm your house with the stove. You still, old school, you open up the oven, you put that bitch on 450, and you heat the whole house in 30 minutes. You can't do that if your stove, if you got an electric stove, everything, you want everything connected to this grid, including you. See? That's why the 5G went up and all of that. So that's what we headed to. And that short internet outage, that only covered a couple of institutions. Yeah, ain't no date. No, ain't no date.
And that affected me. Even with the trucking industry, with my company, this guy's stuck in Texas.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. I ain't got paid that, brother.
Yeah. Oh, so y'all chase that?
Yeah. Drivers can't get fuel. You know what I'm saying? Because it bugged out the whole banking thing. In the truck.
Oh, so okay, so that's a good testimony. So that means that a lot of, I wasn't affected by it. I don't know what gas station affected stuff. But you saying that the gas stations that truckers use was affected?
Well, not the gas stations, but the money system. Yeah, the money system that a lot of truckers do.
Oh, a lot of truckers do. So that was a strategic. That might have been an act of war. That might have been a Russia or inside job. But by the way, that's attacking the infrastructure of the entire world, because the entire world, like I said, all the major countries, they're based upon the internet, man. How they do everything, and that was a snare, that was a trap, but it was also a convenience to the people. You see, so you exchange your freedom and your liberty, you exchange your ability to be independent for convenience through this man's technology. Now he's gonna take it away, and he's gonna have you in a pitiful case, man. Okay, it's gonna be found out who actually was relying on this technology and who actually had a life and a brain outside of it. You see?
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword of their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
They say that in the movie American Blackout. Remember in the movie, the dude, he went into the place, he's like, I got a black card, I'll buy everybody water or some shit. He said, nigga, that black card don't work. Why? Because it wasn't no internet. You see what I'm saying? So this whole structure is based upon something that's very fragile. Even if you mention truckers, the banks deal with internet. You go to the ATM, you're not going to take out the ATM if there's no internet. Okay, but majority of people were coerced into not carrying cash no more. Either convince you that, the money is dirty. That was the code, the receipt thing. Money is dirty. Turn your money in. Turn in all your coins. And you idiots, you turn in your coins. You know what I'm saying? You went and turned in all your pennies, and you actually, you had some Edomites in their closets and shit. Oh yeah, the government said do it, so yeah, let's do it. Taking all their coins and all this, to the government, and now you don't got a lot of cash in circulation. Right. So now you don't have a lot of cash. I'll say you have less cash. Now you have less cash in circulation. The ATMs can only hold a certain amount of money. If I got an ATM in Cleveland, Ohio, Huntington, it might be 20,000 Huntington members in Cleveland, Ohio. How the fuck is all 20,000 of them gonna go to 10 ATMs or 20 ATMs in the city and take out their money, man? And then you have something called fractional reserve banking. So when you have a bank run, people see things happening in the earth. You have bank runs, they go rush to the bank to take out their money, and the bank says, "Well, we ain't got all of that. It ain't all here." That's all gonna cause chaos, man. That's gonna cause rage. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me? I remember it was a video, but we're gonna get back to the song again. But it was a prepper. He wanted to It was one of them prepper dudes. He was trying to extend his compound or build something on his compound. I think it was a shed or some shit. So he had to go to the bank to take out a lump sum of money, like over $10,000. They told him,
He's from Southern Pepper.
maybe it probably was him, because he did a video on the testimony video. He was saying like they was drilling him, asking all types of questions. What's he gonna use the money for? He said, I don't gotta explain none of that shit to you. It's my money. Give me my money. You know what I'm saying? But it was a whole thing where they took him to the back office, made him sit down outside with the paper, asking questions and shit. So this is what they doing to you. They holding your money hostage in them banks, man. You see, and while it's worth something, you see, but then it's gonna be worth nothing.
Hey, nah, they like when you sign up, open up an account. That's why they're gonna come with the whole bill ends. They're gonna get your money because you're not really money says debt to them.
Right.
And that's why they're
Legally, it's not one damn law. It's not your money. What's it?
and that's why they'll take. If I was a bank and I gave him $10 for him to deposit in a bank, I can take that same dollars and give it to somebody else, and I expect them to give me $100 back on that. You know what I'm saying? On interest.
That's why that shit's a fucking scam, man.
Yeah. What they do is invest in real estate. Because over there in China, I believe a real estate bank, they had pretty much, it went under. The people that, in China, I believe they have to put money into the real estate bank so they can build more houses and shit, or something like that. And it went under, and people was outside rioting, man. So this is a testimony of what's about to come to America. But I want to bring. And the money that you got in the bank account, it's all vanity anyway. It's not even real money. So, yeah, exactly.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men,
Which is a process against the authorities.
and invading one another.
You know what invading means? Somebody coming within a place of secure location. It's supposed to be secure location. You invaded. It's supposed to be my home. I'm in the private. That's what people say. I was in the privacy of my home. Yeah, that's how anybody do when the police roll up on them and they say, "Come outside, sir. We got war." You don't got no fucking water. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the privacy of my home. What's the amendment? I think it's the Fifth Amendment.
But no search and seizures.
No, the one where you can't go in somebody's house. You can't. You can't. There's one of them, yeah, where they can't come into your house. It's a certain.
No search and seizures.
Okay,
Yeah.
Right. So anybody, they always quote that one. They always quote that. Like they be quoting them amendments like.
Yeah. I'll be watching that as a fourth member. You know.
Okay, yeah. Fourth Amendment. Yeah, I said Fourth Amendment. They're like, you violate my Fourth Amendment right. You see, there ain't gonna be no Fourth Amendment right. So everybody gonna violate everybody's Fourth Amendment rights, man. Read that again.
Like I said, because when martial law is implemented, the Constitution goes out the window, man.
That's right.
Now you're under the law of FEMA.
And I was gonna say you also property of the bank, so you have no rights.
Hey,
Bank. Yeah, the bank.
hey, you familiar with Project 2025? Familiar? Talk about pretty much the time. Trump had pretty much gonna get more power to executive branch. A lot of these laws about to go away because, like brothers were saying, pretty much they done made this whole a narrative to make it seem like this man is like, fuck, American. I don't know too many people get shot in the face. Right, too many people get
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
That's the state of law. So that's what's prophesied to come. You see it right on the horizon. Okay? So we go close with that. Give all praise on the Lord to Heavenly Father.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakatash.
To the apostle, the elders, great wisdom, the total according to the measure of the Holy Spirit. Peace, blessings, to the ones left from that strong soul.
Wow.